says? No wonder he says everything I'm thinking.
Welcome back to the Get Off My Lawn podcast. Here in the second half, we are going to once again play the Mount Rushmore game. Again, you're going to get 9 options. You have to keep 4, cut 5. The first topic we're going to roll with. So he did throw out some, basic ideas for what he would, like to play. So we are going to start off with one of those topics. Your Mount Rushmore of golfers. We're going post
golfers
1960. Okay, so now we're not going all the way back to the history of the game. We're going to keep it relatively.
Oh, so they were born after 1960.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start us off with Greg Norman. Again, keep 4, cut 5 out of 9.
Are you sure he was born after 1960?
I'm pretty sure.
Greg Norman. I mean, I don't know. That would only make.
All right, could you just play the game? I mean, it doesn't matter. You got 9 choices.
Did we see a chink?
You got 9 choices. Go ahead and pick one of the names. Greg Norman.
I won't say Greg Norman right now.
So we're gonna cut Greg Norman.
Yeah. Even though current PGA Tour players owe a great debt to Greg Norman because they wouldn't be making nearly the money they make right now if it wasn't for him.
Why? What did he do?
He started Live, and Live started paying a bunch of money.
He was born in 55.
That's very close. That's very close.
And
I mean, he's in this generation of golf.
When Live started paying so much money, the PGA, in order to survive, suddenly came up with all this money, and now they're paying these guys, baseball money.
Supposed to be paid based on the money that they're bringing in. All right, so we cut Greg Norman. Moving on, Ernie Els.
Big Easy.
Another great player from South Africa, but no, I wouldn't say the Mount Rushmore.
Next up, Phil Mickelson.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Phil's my guy. Phil Mickelson's been a great player. I always rooted for him instead of Tiger. I just was a Phil guy. I liked his attitude. I thought he was funny, and I liked his gambling ways. And
that backward shot he hit last year.
Yeah, pretty shot making is just amazing. And so I always.
All right, just pick right up from there. Tiger Woods.
Tiger, yeah, you got to put him on there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Tiger's the greatest player ever.
All right, so we've cut Greg Norman. We've cut Ernie Els. You've kept Phil Mickelson. You've kept Tiger Woods. Bubba Watson.
No way. He cried, number one. He cries at the drop of a hat. And he took the rebel flag off of the General Lee. He owned the General Lee. Mm-hmm. And when all the Wokies went nuts, he painted over the flag. So even though can move the ball like nobody else in golf, sorry, Bubba. You don't get the cover. You don't get the paint over the General Lee and get on my Mount Rushmore. Your Mount shit up.
All right, Bubba's gone. Jim Furyk.
Another great player.
Crazy swing.
Longevity too.
Mr. 58.
Yes, and the caddy too forever. The guy with the big mustache.
Fluff,
right. How many people are left? Is this the 5th guy?
This is the 6th guy. So you're gonna have 3 guys after him.
And 2 left, right?
You got 2 keeps left.
Right. I'm just thinking who else you would have on there, but
Scheffler.
Oh yeah. No, he's off.
Dangerous game you're playing, assuming that I know who you guys think are good.
That is true.
All right, moving on. Sergio Garcia.
See now, I should have taken. I like his attitude. Something he don't give a shit. But nah.
All
so
right.
You gotta take the next 2.
You gotta keep the next 2. Next one up, John Daly.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
God. Woof.
Hooters.
Of course we love John Daly. Who doesn't? Great.
All right, and the last one up, Scotty Scheffler.
Oh yeah.
Oh, perfect. They worked out.
Good job.
Who plays this game? All right.
All right, so that means our keeps are Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, John Daly, and Scotty Scheffler. That means you cut Greg Norman, Ernie Els, Bubba Watson, Jim Furyk, and Sergio Garcia.
It worked out perfectly.
How much would you pay for that foursome to be along
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, man, it worked out great.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was in trouble there after
I did too.
Furyk.
All right, we're moving on to 70s bands. All right, so these are bands.
70s bands?
70s bands. All right, so they started getting popular in the 70s. They might roll into the 80s, but 70s bands.
All right.
Okay.
I'm musically. Go ahead.
Led Zeppelin.
So early in this game.
But it's Zepp.
I know.
Right there, Zeppelin Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah. I guess I would have to pick them. Everybody else would pick them.
Everybody else, so you're just going with the crowd. If other people do it, you do it.
Well, they're good.
Oh, so I won't get any angry emails.
All right, so we're keeping Zeppelin.
Keep Zeppelin.
All right, next up, Black Sabbath.
No.
With or without Ozzy.
Yeah. I mean, Ozzy was better as Ozzy to me. I was never a Black Sabbath guy.
All right, AC/DC.
I don't know about Mount Rushmore.
Are we sure?
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I can think of a few. I don't know.
All right. So we've kept Zeppelin, we've cut Black Sabbath, we've cut AC/DC. Next up is Queen.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely, Mount Rushmore. Yep.
I got Queen up here.
Yep. He loves
I love that movie. I watched it again. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I bet you did. I bet you slowed down in certain parts, too. All right, moving on.
Fucking not.
All right, next up, the Rolling Stones.
I was never a Stones guy.
No, yeah.
I had a couple of songs like Angie, stuff like that, but never. Although, I gotta give Keith Richards credit. Keith Richards outlived fucking Richard Simmons. I mean, how did he do it? Incredible. You don't even know Richard Simmons.
I have no idea. This is the 70s.
Probably older than Jack LaLanne.
20
as
years
well.
before I was
Jack
born.
LaLanne?
No.
But Keith Richards outlived a lot of healthy people.
I knew consistently probably like sixes. Next one up, definitely know a few of these. Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Great band. I saw him in 1979.
You got 2 keeps left.
Oh, yeah.
3
How
after
many?
this. 3 left after this.
I keep
You know how I know it was 1979 when I saw Rush. It was at the Utica Memorial Auditorium because I was like 16 years old and it was one of my first concerts. But they had just taken the Iranian hostages, and these guys had a sheet up in the top deck, and they let it down, and it said "Fuck Iran" on it, and the whole place went absolutely nuts. So, I mean, and I love Rush; they're great, but I don't know. I'm gonna hold out.
So you're cutting Rush.
No, you got to put them on there. Tom.
You got 3 left after this. You're cutting Rush.
I know, but am I supposed to say what I hope is on this list?
You're gonna get ABBA and Journey or something.
No, I better not.
You better not. I know, but you might.
You might. All right, so we're cutting Rush. So
Big
you've
mistake.
cut Black Sabbath, you've cut AC/DC,
Yeah.
you've cut the Rolling Stones, and you've cut Rush, which is probably my favorite on here.
Yeah.
Next up, Kiss.
Well, I was a big, huge Kiss fan in the 70s. Had every album. Borrowed them from my buddy Lucian. Yeah, I would put Kiss. They were huge in the 70s. They were huge, and they had a 50-year career. Anybody else do that? No. So, yes, I would put Kiss on my Mount Rushmore.
All right, so on there he has Led Zeppelin, Queen, and Kiss. He's cut Black Sabbath, he's cut AC/DC, he's cut the Rolling Stones, he's cut Rush. Next up, Pink Floyd.
Oh man, you still haven't said Van Halen, And I if it was me, I'd have Van Halen right on number 1. But now he's mentioned my number 2, and I actually listen to Comfortably Numb every day in the shower on full blast.
Do we want to?
It's 8.5 minutes long. I know exactly from start to finish. I got that boombox you gave me for the one Father's Day or something. and I cranked the shit out of that sucker, and then I
Give the text line again.
I listen to that in the shower and play air guitar the whole time.
If anybody wants to comment about what my father does in the shower, 1-843.
Hey,
Eight
I'm taking one.
418-3673. 418-3673. But yes, again, thank goodness he showers. And
Regular.
Yeah, regular.
Right, regular as my
all right, so we're keeping Pink Floyd. That's our last keep.
I mean, it's tough. But, it's tough. This whole game's kind of tough.
It is tough, isn't
I would
it?
assume you probably left Van Halen to the end, but I can't take a chance that I don't get stuck with ABBA or,
So we're keeping Pink Floyd.
Should I roll the dice?
No.
No? All right. I'm going to keep, actually, Nick, the good son. He has he has a little tattoo of Pink Floyd on his arm, so yes, Pink Floyd will stay.
All right, so you kept Led Zeppelin, you kept Queen, you kept Kiss, you kept Pink Floyd, you cut Black Sabbath, you cut AC/DC, you cut the Rolling Stones, you cut Rush, and you cut Aerosmith.
All right, yeah, I could have cut Aerosmith.
Yeah, we cut Aerosmith.
Yeah, Dream On, I love that tune. But yeah, I can't believe you don't put Van Halen on a Mount Rushmore list.
Well, the thing is, you gave me two different types of music lists, and I didn't want to put all the same people on all the same lists. So you might see Van Halen down the road.
Maybe we'll see him in the 80s. I see
who
they
would've thought?
were one of the bands that could have got both. But,
Yeah, and we don't want both. So that worked out just perfectly.
All right.
All right, moving on. This one, I mean, this is tough, primarily because I don't eat with you very often. You wanted Myrtle Beach Restaurants.
I didn't want this.
Yeah,
shit.
he
You're
specifically
asking me for
asked.
ideas because you got no creativity.
Myrtle Beach
And I
Restaurants.
give you
I
ideas.
can't just pick a topic you know nothing about and ask you to make a Mount Rushmore. You're going to make a Mount Rushmore of NBA players and tell us your 4 favorite white players? No. There's no
Number
point.
one, I don't know the white ones. I don't know the black ones. I don't know any of them. I don't know the Puerto Rican ones.
Again, this is why I
Russian
asked
ones.
you. What types of things
I
do
haven't
you
watched
know
a
about?
basketball game in 20 years. I could care less.
That's why. And while you're at it, say something bad about Ohio State.
Why?
I got the mute button.
All right, Myrtle Beach Restaurants, number 1, the only one we go to together, Ryan's Deli.
Well, Ryan's Deli is very, very good.
Keep 4, cut 5, 9 total.
Mount Rushmore is pretty tough. And plus, I don't know what the hell you put on there.
That's true, you don't.
I mean, if it's a regular go-to for me, which it seems to be a once-a-week stop destination, I would put it on my Rushmore.
So Ryan's Deli on Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
You hear that, Ryan's Deli? We come in on Fridays.
They cut me in tuna fish sandwiches all during Lent.
So we are going to promote this bad boy just for you, Ryan's Deli. All right, next up. Trevina Italian Kitchen.
Trevinia?
Whatever.
He's Italian.
You get it.
I like Trevinia. It's good. It wouldn't be on my Mount Rushmore, but I like their bar. Their bar is great to go meet people and have a meal.
I feel like we go with Aunt Patty whenever we go.
Yeah, but I've been there a lot more than you.
Yeah, definitely, because it's an expensive place to go.
Yeah, well, get a job.
All right, this one.
Guess what? You can eat anywhere you want if you make money.
Exactly.
Well, start being funnier, and we might. All right.
Oh, it's all on me again. It's all on me, people. It's going to be on me. Even when I'm in the grave, he's going to have my ashes here going, he would have said this.
Actually, I am. I'm working on the AI now. All right. Next up, Uncle Ed's personal favorite, Captain George's.
I mean, when you got visitors, it's a good. I don't go when I don't have visitors, so it's because, yeah. I mean, we do take a lot of visitors there, do we?
I mean, every time Uncle Ed's here, I guess when Nick's here too, those are the choices. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have it on mine because I'm not a big seafood guy, but the buffet.
If you want seafood and unlimited crab legs, I mean,
Right. Can't really beat that.
There are some other places with excellent ads that I haven't been to yet.
Excellent ads.
Ads that I see on Line when I'm scrolling.
It's working on the boomers. Whoever's out there working on advertisements, it's working on the older folks. All right, so we're cutting Captain George or keeping?
Yeah, we'll cut buffets.
All right, next up, had to do some research here. Wahoos.
Wahoos I like. I mean...
It's down the inlet.
Yeah, down the inlet. It's not really in Myrtle Beach. But they had really good salmon over cheesy grits. But I wouldn't say Mount Rushmore.
All right, so we've cut Trevinia, we've cut Captain George's, we've cut Wahoos, we've kept Ryan's Deli. Next up,
man.
Maggie D's.
Maggie D's, well, for John, yeah, I would put him on my Mount Rushmore. I've been there 10,000 times. I met Melanie there on our first date. So, you know, it's a good meal. He's there all the time.
The vodka riggies are incredible there.
Yeah,
if you haven't had them at Maggie D's, the vodka riggies are just delightful.
Yeah, so I'll leave him on there.
All right, so we've kept Ryan's Deli and Maggie D's. Next up is the Boathouse.
It's not really a restaurant.
But you go there frequently. I assume that they
I go
have
to
some
watch
sort
bands and drink beer.
And you don't eat any sort of food there?
I've never eaten there.
All right, so we're replacing that with McDonald's.
What?
You're going to have me replace one on the spot.
This is what happens when you have a poor kid pick the best restaurants.
No, I mean, I have to replace it. We can't. You're just going to immediately eliminate
I have
it.
enough money to eat at Wendy's.
Yeah, really. I mean,
All right, so we'll just eliminate the Boathouse. I've never been, so I don't know what they have. I just know you go with Melanie frequently. But all right, next up, Palm 33.
I went there once. It was nice. I don't know about my Mount Rushmore, though. How many I got left?
You got 2 more after this, so if you don't keep Palm 33, you're keeping the next 2.
Subway.
Not my Mount Rushmore, no.
No? All right.
Okay.
Next up, the Sea Captain's House.
That's a good one.
That is a good one, but I wish their she crab soup was a little heartier, all right? It's very watery there, and that's the only thing that I don't like, because I try the she crab everywhere. But as far as ambiance and always a good meal, yeah, sure, I'll put it on there. I don't have a choice, you said.
Before this, outsourced half of this list to somebody else who might know better. And so far, he has taken one of those options, the Sea Captain's House. So, Melanie.
You said he?
Huh?
You said he?
You're the he.
You're the he that...
Oh, but you asked somebody.
Yeah, I asked somebody.
Melanie.
Yeah. So far, Melanie. The Sea Captain's House, that was a hit. Last up, the Carolina Roadhouse. And you're keeping it, whether you like it or not.
What is wrong with that woman? I mean, she knows I absolutely love the prime rib over at...
Near Prime. Bistro 90.
Greg Norman's
Greg
Australian
Norman's.
Grill. I love the prime rib there. Fire and Smoke. It's got one of the best wood-fired steaks around. Chuck's Steakhouse. I can eat their roast beef or steak any day. Angelo's. We go to Angelo's all the time to get the sizzling steak when it's coming to you with a little Italian on the side. So you must have asked her during the day while she was working?
I think, yeah, I did that.
Well, that's a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
We don't ask Melanie things while she's working.
Well, now we know.
Because right now she's only wondering what you're saying and writing it down so she don't get in trouble.
I didn't want to mention Melanie specifically because I got in trouble earlier today because apparently I'm a blabbermouth sharing insider information. So it's going to, try to skirt around that, but...
Well, Melanie told him something about me, and he ran right to me and said, Melanie said this about you.
Why wouldn't I?
And then when Melanie got home, I was like, hey, what the fuck, So then she said, that fucking TJ, he's got a big mouth.
Again, if you're going to tell me something specifically about you, I'm going to make fun of you about that thing specifically. She should have known that was coming.
I don't know. She's got wedding on the mind. That's all. That's all anybody thinks about right now. Is that so?
Do you think it's ironic that the one who's doing the wedding is also a divorce attorney? Isn't that ironic?
Well, and she's the one who made the prenup for the bride.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll keep it all local. There's only one way out of this thing now.
She doesn't do criminal defense.
There's only one way out.
Good Lord. All right, well, that closes out the Mount Rushmore. Anything else you want to say to the people before we get on out of here?
Enjoy the week. It's going to be a great week of golf here in Myrtle Beach. I'm playing Monday at World Tour. I'm playing Tuesday at Parkland up at, what's the street called?
Legends.
Up at Legends. And then I'm playing Thursday at International Club down in Murrells Inlet. So I'm very happy about next week. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to you telling everybody about it. Again, don't hesitate to reach out to us. For now, our text line is 418-3673. 418-3673. We are on Views from the Balcony Radio, SoundCloud.
They don't just have to complain about me. You could actually ask me something, and I'll tell you what I think. You may not like the answer. It may come across as, crude.
It may come across as unprepared, uninformed, boring, embarrassing,
now that's the one that everyone listens.
No, I'm combining them all, really. Yeah. Basically, the tone is consistent, that we aren't fun, funny, or anything in between. We're dull, was the actual common thread throughout all of those. So, next week, we're coming hot and heavy with the exact same type of content.
Well, hopefully nothing pisses me off.
I hope
it should be a good week. Trump's going to win. It's going to be the end of the war. The market's going to go crazy. The only people that are going to be upset in the entire world are Democrats. So, that's just set. And I'm golfing 3. It's setting up for a dream week. I should be happy as a lark next Friday.
Well, hopefully throughout that time you can film some content on your own instead of just relying on this. Remember when he used to do his own content and tell you about things that sucked, everybody? I don't. That was so long ago. You can find some of that content on BranDoor Innovations on YouTube. Pop said Get Off My Lawn on TikTok. Get Off My Lawn on Facebook. And
there's like 200 videos, right?
Yeah, they have over 200 videos of him talking about all the stuff he hates. Feel free to check that out. Especially Tom from Georgetown, Steven from Charlotte, Amir from Jacksonville, and Dave from Mount Pleasant.
See, we make
just check that out. Famous. There's more stuff out there that you guys can comment on, hate, particularly comment on, let them know. And we really appreciate you guys listening consistently. We look forward to hearing from you again.
And nice people can still ask, Joe's, if you give him a lot of them, well, he's got to say something.
All right. If you mix in an occasional good one, we'll ring it out. We'll read it out. But I think we're good with
So the best one, though, he called you a womanizer.
Hilarious.
I could forget everything else. That's all I'm taking away from this.
The main thing I noticed is your phone hasn't buzzed. Nobody's hit you up or anything. Mine is consistently up there buzzing. I don't know. All right. Hey, we'll talk to you guys later. We'll see you next Friday. Looking forward to it.
Peace out.
Thank you for listening to the Get Off My Lawn podcast, brought to you by BranDoor Innovations. We thank Voices from the Balcony Radio for the broadcast time. Follow us on social media at Pop Said Get Off My Lawn on TikTok, Get Off My Lawn on Facebook, and BranDoor Innovations on YouTube. This was a BranDoor Innovations production.